Hey everyone! Oh my god, it's been a while since I've done a voiceover, but I wanted to take us back to a little moment where a month or two ago, the knight was not in the game. So when I was rewatching this, I was like, what the heck? The knight exists. He exists. Or he existed. But he was blind. He didn't see me. I was kind of in shock. I was like, there's no way he didn't see me, but this was before the FOV slider update. And I just sat there in disbelief that he didn't see me. I stayed in this area and eventually found my way over to this generator that I did end up completing. I found this hex totem right here, and he also showed up. I don't know what compelled him to. And because I'm a pre-drop princess, I decided to pre-drop this and kind of try to loop him around here, running into that stroller and everything. Sometimes you just leave the area, especially against the knight, and I try to run him, but I didn't know if he was still after me or not. And you can see two of my teammates are on a totem, and one of them goes off in a second. Boom. And then eventually the other one goes off. Boom. So I'm like, what is this third hex over here? And so I'm running him a little, and he really outsmarted me here because he just threw this guy in the middle. Oh shit, I don't know what to do. And his friend started having like a little break dance, and I was like kind of offended because you don't just have a dance party. So I see one of the totems over here. He triggers Hex Devour Hope. I cleanse this totem over here. I'm pretty sure this was Devour. I could be wrong. But I'm guessing the last totem I cleansed was in fact Undying. Oh no, it was Devoured. I cleansed Undying. Or whatever he had. I don't even know. I don't remember this guy's build. Anyways, this gem blows up. I hide in the shrub. And my poor sibling gets caught. And they get injured. I wait for them to leave the area. He kicks the gen and then puts a goon down. And I'm like, shit. But he also starts having a little break dance. And I'm like, okay. This time I felt like I was actually invited to the party, you know? Start trying to dance with him. He just leaves. The second he saw me dancing, he left. I went back on the gen. The Meg in our team has yet to be caught. I ended up taking chase because he saw me. I tried to 360 him, but I was only able to 360 once, and I'll never be able to do it again. He kicks my gen, which is a good thing because I had to blind him somehow, and I thought Blast Mine was the best way to do it. I noticed that he didn't chase me afterwards, so I kind of went back to the gen. So did Meg. Still injured. He finds me. I tried to loop him. That was unsuccessful. Meg was over there, and I thought he knew she was over there. So I go under this pallet, and I start telling her, no, do not get me. I think I just want to die, you know? So I start going to the nearest hook I see. And I start crawling to it like my life depends on it. The knight shows up, and I'm like, okay, maybe he'll take the hint. I want out. He puts a buddy down for moral support, I guess. I don't know. Imagine if his goons could pick people up. That'd be insane. And then it's like programmed. Never mind. So I start crawling to the hook. And I'm like, get me out of this match. He turns around, he looks at me, he's like leaving. I'm like, Meg's running. I think she's waiting for me to recover a bit more, but then the knight picks me up and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go next. But this happens. He carries me. I'm like, I don't know if I should keep wiggling, if I should stop wiggling. He puts me down in front of the last gen, and then he picks me up, and then he puts me down, and then he picks me up, and then he puts me down. You guys know the whole shebang. I get off his shoulder, and I'm like, thank you. work on the gen. So I start working on the gen. Kind of just stands there like a little bodyguard, which I really like. Yeah. I never really got a night up to this point that was mad chill like this, but I needed him to do a favor for me, you know? I wasn't just gonna do this for free. I told him to kick my gen. Pretty please. And he trusted me. Thank you, Mr. Knight. Anyways, I finished the gen and I'm ready to go. I take the flashlight back and I start opening the exit gate. And at this point, Meg had a crow on her head, so he was able to spot her, unfortunately. And I wanted to save her, but I couldn't tell what the knight wanted to do with her. I don't know if he was also being nice with her or what the situation was, but there is one moment where I could tell that he wanted her out, and I didn't want that, to be honest. I wanted her to make it out. This is when you see I try to cut in between them, but I end up looking like I'm sandbagging, and I try to save her, but that was a failure. And so I start running to the hook. I wanted to fly out. I think he thinks that I left, but I was right behind him the entire time. He freaks out because I'm getting her, and he starts making a run for it. He downs me, and then she starts running. I'm like, just run, just run. He shakes his head no at me because I think he wanted me to actually escape. And then I don't know why she doesn't leave. She tries to dead hard and then dies. I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious? I was like, maybe I have time to crawl. I was like, no, there's no way this mech failed me that hard. So I start trying to crawl, but I'm like, if he wants to kill me, he'll kill me, to be honest. He looks at me, he looks at the exit gate, he shakes his head no. I'm like, hey, I get it. I shouldn't have saved the Meg or whatever, but like, there is no I in T. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. Anyway, so poor Meg is like trying to hold on to her dear life, getting those struggle points in, and I'm just like trying to crawl out safely. He puts a bodyguard out. I had 2 escorts with me. And I'm in disbelief. I'm like, he's gonna pick me up, huh? He's gonna pick me up, he's gonna put me on a hook. No, he kind of just stayed there. He just watched me leave, and I felt bad for Meg. Meg, I'm so sorry for watching this. If you're aware, if you know who this person is, I'm so sorry. I apologize. Now we are at Midwich as Maria, and this is very important. You will see I have a very important flashlight with me because I wanted to give it to James, but because I saw James and spawned with him, I wanted to say hello first, make a good first impression. And so he looks at me, I look at him. I'm ready to drop my flashlight, but then the killer starts showing up, and I'm like, shit, and it's Nemesis. You guys know how I feel about Nemesis. He's the scariest killer in my opinion. He is my number 1 enemy. I don't ever want to go against a Nemesis, ever. I get really scared when I see him. You could tell by this, I don't know what I'm doing once it's a Nemesis, but James pulls up and he takes one for me. He takes one for me. He's a real one. He's a real one. Cleanse his totem. See Evie. I don't know what happened here, but there's a zombie. We start running. I see Nemesis again, and I start running again. Y'all, this is just a bunch of running. I hate Nemesis. James plot twists, which I thought was very funny. I use plot twists a lot recently, so yeah. He was my inspiration. I start taking him to this little tile. He starts freaking me out because did you see that he tried to hit me through the pallet? I dropped this thinking I was safe. I should have just left here, to be honest, but I thought I could just keep running him for some reason. He punches me here, obviously. I literally become like new when I go against a Nemesis. I become new. It's embarrassing. Do you see this like path line? I'm like not doing anything extraordinary, you know? Anyways, I slow vault and meet up with my sibling and we reset. Hehe. Cleansing this totem, Evie's down, so I think my sibling's picking Evie up. And when they do, they go to a different spot. I was confused, but they were up here, so I helped them reset. I saw the opportunity to save James. I wanted to fast vault that, but I know I shouldn't. Anyways, I save him and I start following him to heal him. I think my sibling was also here. And we try to heal him up without body blocking each other. It's kind of funny because Evie pulls up, but Evie's being chased by Nemesis, but luckily Nemesis didn't care that we were all right here. And we start body blocking each other. I was like, wait, I have a flashlight still. So I go for the flashlight. Psych. Had to make sure James is not watching. The zombie starts body blocking him. I start taking hits for Evie, and it works. So start running down this corridor, and then we end up in this room. I wanted to vault, but I think Evie was following me, so we tried to reset here, but Nemesis showed up, and I thought I was safe, but I was not. So then I get picked up, and just kidding. I couldn't repay the favor though, unfortunately. Thank you so much, Evie, but I'll never be that girl. I was like, oh shit. Anyways, we reset, and then James gets hooked. Very disappointed, very angry. I am ready to leave. My sibling's already powering up one of the exit gates, and James is right here. So I save him. And he starts running to the other exit gate, presumably, right? Presumably. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, to be honest. But I see that he plot twists again. And so I was like, you know what? I'll just get started on this exit gate. But I'm pretty sure it's already getting worked on. And my sibling is wiggling over here at this other one. Oh my god, it's a mess. I let James recover by himself because I don't know. Does it help if someone else? I guess he wanted to get value. I don't know. I wanted him to get value. So I head over to my sibling over here and I get them unhooked. James successfully uses plot twist. And the exit gate's right here, but for some reason my sibling goes the other way. I don't know what happened, but they were freaking me out. I was like, are you good over there? And my sibling's like, yeah, I make it. I was like, okay, you better make it, because Jesus. Scared me. I get hit by that zombie, and I'm like, James, I want you to have something. You know, all dramatic. And I drop my flashlight for him. I don't think he noticed. And I just end up leaving. Yeah, that was it. Goodbye.